Initially, I kept telling him, "Yeah, bro, I can't. Again and again, I can't keep doing it." But he said, "I promise you, it'll be something different." Tell myself that it's not you who's directed that film. It's somebody else. The director was somebody else. He told you to do that, so you did that. Okay, so take it easy. So that happens all the time. You would be away from all these controversies and all that, whatever. आजकल थोड़ा खतरनाक हो गया है मामला, घर में भी होने लग गया है, तो नजर मत लगाओ। Hi, this is Jimmy Sheirgill and you're watching me on ETimes.
Hey everyone, this is me, Sheirgill, and today here on ETimes, I'm in conversation with my teenage crush, Jimmy Sheirgill.
Thank you so much.
I have a very big question to ask. I mean, a little bit of a reveal, but your character does believe in astrology a lot in the show. Like, you're wearing these, gemstone rings, etc. Is the real Jimmy anywhere close to that? Like, do you believe in astrology?
I do believe in astrology. I think it's a science, but I just feel that it all depends on the person who is reading your chart. I think how good is he is what it depends on. Yeah.
Talking about Choona, have to ask, कभी लगाया चूना, कभी लगा चूना, ऐसा कुछ हुआ आपके साथ?
चूना की एक खासियत होती है, ये लग भी जाता है और पता भी नहीं चलता है। और एक और खासियत होती है कि चूना जिसको लगता है वो कभी किसी को बताता नहीं है, और जो चूना लगाता है वो भी किसी को बताता नहीं है।
तो आप,
क्योंकि अगर वो बता देगा तो फिर अगले को चूना कैसे लगाएगा?
भी फैक्ट है। But Jimmy, tell me something. As far as your entire body of work goes, you've also been in the industry for a very long time right now. What has changed for you as an actor from then to now, rather than anything around you that could have potentially changed?
I mean, everything has changed. From the time I started off, it was film we used to shoot on. Today it's all digital. Everything is digital. And there used to be just a handful of producers. Today there are just producers everywhere. So much of stuff is being produced, whether it's on television, whether it's on reality shows, whether it's for digital, whether it's for films, or OTT. So much is being made. And everything has changed. There used to be a full-fledged music industry which used to be on CDs and cassettes, and started off with LPs, and today everything is on your mobile. It's just on various music sites. So everything has changed.
About Choona, I want to talk about that. How was that experience for you all along? Like, is there any special prep that went behind, or you were like, no, this is something that got me gripping, so I'll do it?
The Choona was, it's funny because I loved the script when it was sent to me. I just loved it. I finished it and I clapped and I said, somebody has written something like this, which is very, how would I say it? It's like a great fusion of that rooted, raw film, yet very international in terms of its appeal and in terms of its writing. It's got the right kind of humor going with the story, which is, making you enjoy it even more. And obviously the way it's shot and everything, that happened later on. But I loved the script, and I had an issue with my character. I just felt, again, another powerful UP character. I'm gonna kind of die doing all these. So I said no to the show. And but then being Pushy, the director, he kept insisting on having coffees, and we kept meeting for coffees every now and then finally 8-10 coffees down the line, he convinced me. Because initially I kept telling him, "Yeah, bro, I can't. Again and again, I can't keep doing it." But he said, "I promise you, it'll be something different." So like I said, 8, 10, 12 coffees down the line, he convinced me, and I'm so glad I did the show. Loved it. I love everything about the show. I love all the characters. I just love the way it is. I think it's something that people will really enjoy because it's refreshing. It's something different. I mean, these kind of things should be written and made. Yeah.
It is quite badass, I have to say. We've just seen like 3 episodes, but badass. Are you overcritical about yourself as an actor, or you're chill?
I am overcritical. I am overcritical, and I do feel at times when I'm watching myself and I say that, oh, I could have done it like this, and I could have done something else over here or whatever. Then I have to kind of tell myself that it's not you who's directed that film. It's somebody else. The director was somebody else. He told you to do that, so you did that. Okay, so take it easy. So that happens all the time.
We all love Netflix and chill. I want to ask you, what content do you like to consume personally?
So I'm a thriller guy. I love thrillers and you know action kind of stuff, and to watch. I like drama, thrill, suspense, action, that kind of stuff. I'm not a very love story and comedy kind of a guy. But if you ask me what I would like to act in, it is mostly the love story and the comedy kind of stuff that I would prefer to act in.
Just because it's more light-hearted and chill, is it?
Light-hearted and chill, yeah.
I think
Because
plus you've started with that also, so
yeah,
maybe.
because these intense ones drain you out. I mean, I'm not lying to you. There are times where we've shot, and each night I have gone back to the room with my head hurting, and it does. Could be, I don't know what it is, but it just drains you out. These kind of intense kind of roles, you know what I mean? So, uh, so yeah, I think any day, a little light-hearted is always better.
You can correct me if I'm wrong. I personally also feel you're the kind of person who has never really been involved in any controversial stuff around you. I think you've just
नजर मत
नहीं नहीं,
लगाओ
अच्छे से बोल रही हूँ. And in a very good way, you've kind of struck that balance between your personal and your professional life. How do you manage that?
पहले तो आसान था. You had to just be in your house, don't get out of your house, just go for your work and come back to your house, and things were okay, and you would be away from all these controversies and all that, whatever. आजकल थोड़ा खतरनाक हो गया है मामला, वो जो घर में भी होने लग गया है, तो थोड़ा सा वैसा है, but हाँ, it's okay.
That's the whole like pop culture and social media, that has just grown ever since. Like,
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
bother you, or you're chill with it?
It's okay. सबकी रोजी रोटी है. You know what I mean? You have to think like that. The moment you start thinking like that, you will understand that there is this thing for everything. So we've enjoyed that time also where we would walk, we would go have golgappas, and we would not be bothered about cell phones, and because 1 in 1,000 suddenly somebody would come up and have a camera in his hand and say, can we have a picture? And you would be like, wow. Otherwise it was a lot of mehnat, autographs. You know what I mean? And then move to these times where everybody has a cell phone and it's pictures, pictures, pictures. Makes your job easier because you smile and tuck, 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 the picture is done. You don't have to. कभी पेन नहीं चलता था तो उसको वो करके फिर चलाने की कोशिश, and then there are more people who want it, so you can't say no to anybody. So those times were this thing, and they were beautiful, those times. Now it's all over the place.
One click and it's all
Yeah.
done. But like money and fame is something that is hand in hand with a career that requires one to face the camera. For you as an actor, what still drives you to do what you're doing even today, 27 years and counting?
To want the money and the fame.
Well,
Because
yeah.
I've been looking for it for quite some time, and let's hope I find it soon.
Looking back, is there anything in particular that you feel extremely grateful for that you've done, or you take great pride in the fact that, hey Jimmy, I'm glad I did this?
A couple of things. I think initially when I started off in my career, a couple of years I was working day and night, and then all those films started releasing and they did really well and the music used to be a big hit and everything, whatever. But something was bothering me, the chocolate boy kind of an image. And I just wanted to kind of, I was very scared and I was like, this ain't going beyond like 2 years, 4 years, 5 years. So what do I do after that? I need to start doing something different, some different kind of roles, something, whatever. And then I started picking films like Hasil, Munna Bhai MBBS, Yahan, Tanu, Weds Manu, Sahib Bibi Gangster, from Wednesday, from time to time, kind of doing something different, and which kept me going. But at that point of time, when I was taking that decision and returning people's signing mounts, when I used to be with my friends and everybody, they would say, "Are you mad? You're returning people's signing mounts. You're doing so well. You're doing solo film. You're doing 2 hero projects. Why are you doing this?" I would come back home and at night, I would be insecure. I would be like, am I doing the right thing? But then when I look back at all those years, I say that I'm glad that I did that. And secondly, I think it was in the mid 2000s that I did a Punjabi film. It did really well, and I thought to myself that this could be a very big industry, and I started taking out almost 6 months of mine every year to do a Punjabi film and then to go door to door and promote it, because you wanted Punjabi cinema to do well like South and everything like that. And I did that for quite a few years, and people over here started thinking that he's moved to Punjab and he's like, over there. And I was suffering from a spinal injury, but I just kept on going. And till about 2009, 2010, 2011, when certain films of ours did so well that Punjabi as an industry got recognized everywhere at the box office and everything like that. And post that, I thought to myself, I said, I've given so much time to this industry, and which has taken away my time from my Hindi films. And maybe, it could be a big setback for me. But then when I look back, I say, no, chalo, I did it. It was a dream of mine that there'll be an industry which will have local superstars of their own and everything like that. And that dream came true in 2009, 10. And then onwards, I carry on doing about one Punjabi movie. But I'm glad I did that, because I'm sure 10 years down the line, when I look back, I'll have something to smile about.
Lastly, we know Choona is there for on Netflix, coming really soon. Anything else that you'd like to talk about that's in the pipeline that you can actually share with everyone?
Well, Choona, right now, I'm really excited about it. I think it's amazing, the director Pushpinder, the way he's also the writer, so he's written it himself, and very, very fine writer, very fine director, very nicely made series. And I think this is one of those series which should kind of go across genres and people will enjoy it, like everyone should enjoy it. It's like that.
Very catchy name also. We were also like trying to get hold of Jimmy for an interview. Like, आज कर रहे हैं, कल कर रहे हैं. I'm like, ये Netflix हमें चूना लगा रहा है.
सब पूरी इस दुनिया में हर इंसान हर वक्त किसी न किसी को चूना लगा रहा होता है.
हाँ, तो हमें भी लग रहा था. And today we finally got hold of you. So thank you so much for your time, Jimmy.
Pleasure. It's all mine.
Looking forward and all the very best.
Thank you so much.